When Elon goes on stage, I'm sure that Donald Trump said, "Take it, Elijah." There are some people who say that Elon Musk is the false prophet who will do mighty wonders. Does this mean that they are still in possession of Elijah's mantle that I assume was originally Adam's, passed down to Noah, but stolen from him by Ham and his son Canaan? It would then have been passed on to Nimrod, who with its powers became a mighty man. Where has it been since then? Just like the Shroud of Turin, it has been secreted away and kept for this day, much deeper than people realize. Define dark horse, a person who keeps their interest and ideas secret, especially someone who has a surprisingly ability or skill. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friendship Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is Monday. Happy Monday, January 27th, 2025, 11:52 a.m. I want to thank the person who sent what I just read to you. Her name is Karen. Karen, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This opens up things more for me in what I have been saying, that AI and tech will win and Donald Trump will lose. People, these are the last days. I am convinced either we are on the brink of the tribulation or we're in it. Very seldom do I go into biblical passages. People get all feeling some type of way and they want to say, hey, you're interpreting things for your own benefit. So again, I usually stay with the basics. Peace, love, salvation. We're not going to argue with that. But people, I got to go into scripture because I've done this before, but not this way. You see, God has a way of bringing information to you so it can just make sense. And people, this makes sense. What is a mantle? She spoke of a mantle. She sent me this email, and the question, as I read to you, it came up, you see, because Trump, he did say Elijah on October 5th of 2024 when he welcomed him on stage. And the question is, did he pass him the mantle? Did he cloak him with the new reign? You see, back in the day, Elijah was transfigured to heaven, and his appointed person to continue the work of the Lord for the people was Elijah's. But he cloaked him with a mantle. Let's look at a mantle. It's a garment. It's a garment. See him draping him with it? A mantle. The question is, where is it in this time? Did Trump cloak Elon Musk with a mantle? And where is the Shroud of Turin? Oh, it's deep. I gotta go way into my vault. I got articles in that from 40 years ago. It takes a lot of study. So let's get into the Bible here, because there's some other things I want to share with you that I've been talking about since last year. So let me say it before I forget. There is a great possibility that our fearless leader who just was at the inauguration, he could also go through what Jesus did before Jesus got on the cross. And I've hinted at it before, but I'm going to put it here. You see this here? I don't care what week it is in the headline in America and even around the world. You're seeing this. We just had one 2 days ago. Jesus, this is what happened to Jesus on the side. Was he not? By a sword? There's a great possibility this will happen to the American leader, of which you know who I'm talking about. It's deep, y'all. A lot of things came to me today. So let's venture. Revelation 13th chapter. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast, rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns was 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of the blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard. To me, that's old school, like Egypt. And his feet were like of the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his throne and great authority. So to me, the Antichrist is working along with the beast. They're alive today, people, is what I'm saying. And I saw one of his heads as though it were wounded. And I've said this in other videos that I believe this is Donald Trump. And I saw one of his heads as though it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. I believe this is Donald Trump, the beast. And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshiped the dragon. See, the dragon is over the beast, who gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like the beast, who is able to make war with him? Yeah. Because we're mighty America, right? Mighty USA. We stop wars. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Okay? That's 3.5 years, right? And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, that's us, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. So that's the future, people. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, to me, this is where Elon comes in, I believe. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke like a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast, which is Trump, before him, and causeth the earth and them who dwell on it to worship the first beast, which is Trump, whose deadly wound was healed. Now, we can argue about that all day. The Bible is just being, having a generalization. But hey, Trump was hurt in the ear, was he not? And he doeth great wonders. This second beast does great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Isn't Elon into space? Does he not have these gifts in the air? I'm asking. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast that had the wound by a sword and did live. Look, a wound by a sword, a wound by a sword. Remember I did that? It's been in the headlines for months, people, and I've been talking about it. Well, we already had a head wound, did we not? Well, we have a wound, and he did live. So could this be Trump to be stabbed? And he hath power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and bond, to receive the mark. Is this not the 666 coming? Is this not the 500 billion that's been given out for AI and tech, leading us to the one world system? That's what I'm asking. Now let me scurry through my notes. And then I'll just put it all in perspective for you. Elon is all over international affairs. He's spoken about British affairs, German affairs. He's all over the place. My question to you, did Trump hand Elon Musk the mantle? And is he the one has taken his place? Just like Elias took Elijah's place. I'll show you the story in a second. Take over Elijah's. Does this mean I'm hiding? Let's see. Did Trump hand the torch? Right, that's the question. So in other words, was there a transformation of Trump? Just like Elijah? Elijah didn't die. God sent chariots of fire and took Elijah, and Elias took over from there, okay? So let's get into it. Let's get into it. I can't wait. Now let's break this thing down, because I don't want to lose you guys. So look at this. This is what the Lord gave me this morning. This is undeniable. In fact, let me give you the biblical story first. Let me give you the background. Listen to this here.
I know the story. This is Elijah and Elisha. The story of Elijah is magnificent because remember, Elisha is plowing the ox, and Elijah walks by, throws the cloak on him, and keeps moving. And then Elisha takes the mantle. And just for clarity, for those who don't know, a prophet is known by his clothing. Well, people in general were identified by their clothing. Prophets wore something called the mantle. For him to throw the mantle on Elisha was not an ordinary thing. That's a signal that you're next. And he throws it on him. Elisha runs after him. And Elijah acts like he ain't do nothing. He's like, what you come after me for? I'm not done nothing to you. And that was symbolic that what God has for you is for you. I don't have the power to keep it from you.
See, he took his place. So am I saying, what I'm saying is that, did Trump give his power to Elon? Did he give him the mantle? It's deep, y'all. I said it's deep. Now look at this here. In gematria, Donald John Trump, Elon Reeve Musk. His middle name is Reeve Musk. Beast of Revelation 13. Elijah and Elias comes out to 274. Praise the Lord. What is 274? This is that sun god. In 274 AD, this is when the Romans went back to do what? Worship invincible sun, unconquered sun, Sol Inventus. America is going to be separated or divorced from its roots July 4th, 1776, and we're going into a one world system where we're going to worship the sun god. That's where we're going. And so why does it come out to 274? When I put in Donald John Trump, Elon Reeves Musk, Beast of Revelation 13, which I just read out of, and the two names, Elijah and Elisha. Elisha took Elijah's place. God took Elijah. And Elisha was what? Anointed to take Elijah's place. Is Elijah symbolic for Trump and Elijah's symbolic for Elon? It's deep. Now check it out. I want you to hear it. Listen to what Trump said at the rally on October 5th of 2024. He did not say Elon. He said Elias. Listen.
The rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Did you hear that? Take over, Elijah. Take over. Now I'm going to put a closed caption. I want you to hear it again.
Send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Now it says Elijah. It says Eli, but he says Elijah's. He says it. He says it. Let me do the settings. Speed. Playback speed. Let's go here. Listen.
In car company in generations, it is rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Take over Elijah's. See? And that's when it picked it up. Listen.
Take over, Elon. Yes.
It picked it up.
Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
See? Take over, Elijah's. Take over. He didn't say Elon. He called him the biblical name, did he not? It's deep. It's deep, y'all. Thank God this person sent it to me. Thank you. Thank you. Now watch this here. What did Elon after that? What did he do?
Hi, everyone. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first...
To me, that's when the transformation, he was bold. As you can see, I'm just not mega, I'm dark mega. What is dark mega? Ah, there you go. Is that 666? Is the Antichrist? Is it the sun god? Is it the New World Order? Is it the Golden Age? And ever since then, what happened? Trump started wearing that hat and Trump started wearing that purple tie. Am I right? I know I'm right. You've been seeing it. Now look at this. We already touched on, listen to Elijah versus Elijah again. Listen.
A story about Elijah and Elisha based on 2 Kings 2:2, 1-15. And it came to pass, when the Lord was about to take Elijah up to heaven, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. Suddenly a chariot of fire appeared, and horses of fire, and separated them. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. Elisha saw it and cried out, my father, the chariot of Israel and its horsemen. And he saw him no more. Then Elisha took up the mantle of Elijah that had fallen from him and went back and stood by the bank of the Jordan. And he struck the water with the mantle, and it divided here and there. And Elisha crossed over. The spirit of Elijah rests upon Elisha, and he becomes a powerful prophet, performing miracles and bringing hope to the people. Faithfulness and legacy continue through generations.
Are they playing this theme back in front of us? And remember, it was chariots of fire. Watch this.
went with Elisha from Gilgal. Suddenly a chariot of fire appeared.
A chariot of fire, chariot of fire.